This is Ian from In 30 Minutes Guides. I'm going to show you a really neat way to transcribe audio files for free using Microsoft Word Online. And let's get started. So this is Microsoft Word Online. This is the online version of the Microsoft Word desktop software. You need a Microsoft 365 subscription to do this, what I'm about to show you. But if you have that, then you'll be able to use this particular tool. The other thing I'd like to note here is that this feature is not found in the desktop version of Microsoft Word, the Mac version or the Windows version so far. It might change in the future, but when I just checked it, it was only available in the online version. And basically the feature I'm using is where the dictate button is. So on the home tab, make sure you can see the home ribbon, I should say. Make sure you can see all of the different icons. Look at dictate, and you can see there's two options. One is dictate, which means you talk into the microphone and it basically spells out, types out what you're saying. The other one is transcribe. And if you choose transcribe, you'll be prompted to upload an audio file. And that's what I did here. This is actually a very old audio file. It's like an MP3 from maybe 20 years ago or something. And I just uploaded this, and it actually transcribed the whole thing. The quality is pretty good. It's not perfect. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but it basically got almost all of the stuff that I wanted in there. And it also has timestamps, and it differentiates between the two speakers. Now, a couple things to know about this. First of all, you do need to check what you're doing, what's actually being typed there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look at the audio or listen to the audio again and then compare it line by line to what's actually output on the screen. I know that some of it's not right. I already recognized a quirk. It looks like a typo or something like that. So I'm going to have to fix that particular one. The other thing that you should know about this is that it's standard audio file. So if you have some weird audio file from some special tool you're using, it may not work here, or you're going to need to convert it before it will work. So I'm using an MP3 here. I think they also said M4U or MP4. There might be other types too, but any unusual type of audio file like OGG Vorbis or something like that, that wouldn't work here. There's a limit of 5 hours per month. So this is only a few minutes long, so I can still do a lot more files that are just like it. But if you had a couple big long interviews, you might get cut off after a certain point. You can disable these timestamps and the speaker notes. So otherwise I'd have to kind of edit them out. So that's good to know. But the next time I do this, I'm actually going to select the option when I upload the file to not include the timestamps or the speaker identification. And then finally, the last thing I'd like to note about this is in Microsoft Word Online, which has always been kind of following behind Google Docs. Google Docs doesn't have this feature, or it doesn't have it yet. And I checked on Gemini. Gemini doesn't enable this. Gemini suggested this weird workaround, like playing the file back and putting a microphone next to the speaker. That's ridiculous. So Microsoft has really made this quite streamlined, quite useful. I think other services will soon have something similar. I mean, I can't believe Docs doesn't have this already. But in the meantime, I already have a Microsoft 365 subscription, so I'm going to be using this a lot more. Thank you, Microsoft, for making this feature available to Microsoft Word Online users. If this video helped, please take a moment to like it and follow me, and I'll see you next time.